Etsy's second quarter update contains one of the nastiest corporate jump cuts I've seen this year. Etsy Marketplace GMS is up, revenue is up, Etsy raised its outlook. Then, in the same bundle of announcements, about 220 people are losing their jobs at Etsy. And the board authorized up to another $2 billion in stock buybacks. Nothing says keep commerce human like feeding the organization chart into a paper shredder during a strong quarter. The order matters. Etsy's core marketplace processed $2.6 billion in gross merchandise sales during the second quarter. That was up 7.5% from a year earlier. Marketplace revenue rose 9.3%. Net income was $114 million, and management raised its full-year growth outlook. Etsy is not presenting this as a company in distress. The entire pitch is momentum. But the layoff receipts say otherwise, because then comes the restructuring. An official filing says Etsy is cutting roughly 220 employees, or about 12% of its workforce. Most of the changes are in product and engineering. Once the plan is done, Etsy expects to employ around 1,600 people. The company expects about $35 million in restructuring charges, mostly severance, benefits, and related costs. The employee memo says affected workers get at least 16 weeks of severance and up to 12 months of health coverage or a stipend. That matters. It also does not make losing your job feel like a delightful little organizational refresh. And this is not Etsy's first recent round. In December 2023, the company cut about 225 employees, roughly 11% of the Etsy marketplace workforce at that time. The obvious seller question is, don't we need more people fixing search, support, and trust? Then came the buyback. The same committee approved a new stock repurchase program of up to an additional $2 billion. Etsy already spent about $250 million buying back shares during Q2, and it still had roughly $578 million left under its previous authorization at the end of June. Etsy did not spend $2 billion that afternoon. It authorized a program. There is no expiration date, purchases are discretionary, and the company can pause or cancel it. But anyone saying Etsy handed Wall Street a $2 billion check while employees packed their desks is giving you the movie trailer version. Etsy sold Depop to eBay and received about $1.4 billion in cash. On the earnings call, the CFO said those proceeds would let Etsy accelerate its buyback program. Etsy has cash, and it's generating more. And returning capital to shareholders is now a very visible priority. A buyback reduces the number of shares outstanding. That can improve per share numbers and return excess cash to investors. It is not automatically shady, but also it does not answer a seller support ticket, remove a mass-produced knockoff, or make a search result more relevant. Guys, if you want to build your own standalone print-on-demand store, definitely check out OpoShop by EverBee. EverBee Store has upgraded itself to include print partners, integrations, and a lot more. It seems pretty comprehensive, so if you want to check it out, try the link in my description. Of these, the most awkward part of these Etsy reports are the explanation for the layoffs. The CEO told employees that this was not driven by AI and was not a cost-cutting exercise. On the earnings call, she said, word for word, this is not a cost-cutting move. But the same memo says AI is changing how Etsy works and the skills it needs. Management says it wants deeper machine learning expertise. The CFO also said the restructuring will lower operating costs in the near term, and Etsy included that benefit in its higher margin outlook. Etsy's position is that AI did not trigger these layoffs, even as it reshapes the team around machine learning. It calls the cost savings a consequence, although those savings already improved the margin outlook. One Reddit commenter put the tension this way: it's not because of AI, guys, but it also actually is. Another asked what happened to Etsy's mission to keep commerce human. Somebody in the Etsy community on the subreddit called the platform Etsy Baba Express, and you instantly understand the complaint. Reddit is anecdotal and the thread is not unanimous, but one seller said Etsy still beats Shopify, Amazon, and eBay on profit and costs. Etsy reported 5.7 million active sellers, up 5.9%, about 87 million active buyers, down 0.4%, and trailing 12-month GMS per active buyer up 2.8%. Etsy is not dead. These results do not support that story. But those numbers do not buy management credibility in advance. Management claims flatter teams will move faster. The CFO says some savings will go back into engineering, product, customer operations, and research and development. Etsy separately names marketing, trust, and international growth as possible investment areas. Those are promises. Sellers should judge the outcome by what actually changes, not by how cleanly it fits into an earnings deck. The scoreboard from here is search relevance and then buyer retention, support response, and whether Etsy gets better at separating actual makers from resellers, stolen designs, and mass-produced garbage. Etsy tests whether a smaller team can fix search results. The part that you actually control is your title. Start with 3 problems. Is an obvious buyer angle missing? Are you wasting space on phrases shopper would never type, like free shipping or bestseller? Or is one title trying to reach every possible buyer at once? You can still control your success on Etsy. Then run every phrase through one test. If somebody typed these exact words, saw your listing, and clicked, would that person actually buy your product? If the answer is no, cut that phrase. If you want a powerful tool to do your titles and tags for you that's built on 8 years of Etsy experience, definitely try Add to Cart SEO. The link is in my description. I developed this tool from the ground up, and it's absolutely everything I wish I had 8 years ago. Etsy only works if sellers feel the improvements. Without them, Etsy cut another 220 people during a growth quarter, reshaped the remaining team around a new technical strategy, and planted a $2 billion flag on shareholder returns while sellers still ask who is left to fix the marketplace. Etsy has spent years telling everyone that its advantage is humanity. This is the moment when that stops being branding and becomes a capital allocation test.